Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome,
you can take it away when you're ready.
Yes,
Sorry,
twice now he's done that, and twice he's got me because I say, welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes Podcast. Friday day, or morning, or maybe you listen to this on a Saturday.
Ooh.
How are you?
I'm fantastic, actually.
Fantastic.
How are you?
Better than I was last Friday.
Well, I'm just glad we're having an episode this week.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm so glad Ethan's here because Ethan doesn't even know about what happened last week unless you've told him.
I text him there's no Friday episode.
Okay. He knows there was no Friday episode last week. Do you know what happened?
I have no idea.
Right. So what I'm going to do now, so this is a text message thread from last week that led to us not recording an episode on Friday. And Ethan, I want you to tell me who is at fault and who is lashing out because they didn't get their own way.
This is like when your parents break up,
Also,
isn't it?
I want to just say a couple of things.
Okay.
The Friday episode has to be recorded. Let me say this clear. Before Friday.
Okay.
So I have got that mindset. It's a good mindset to have.
And what I would like to say in response to that
it's a great mindset to have.
What I would like to say in response to that is, in case of emergency, we have many times.
No, I say twice.
Certainly a handful of times recorded the podcast the day of.
Yes.
If in emergency. So it's not something. It's not. We've never.
This is crazy.
Okay. Anyway.
This is crazy.
So, right. Here we go. Wednesday, the 11th of October. So this is 2 days before Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Joe were chatting about getting another guy in to produce off camera.
We were supposed to go on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you said no Wednesday.
Okay. So you said, I'll change his name to John. You said, ask John. Also, pay him if you haven't already. It's just so he'll do.
Yeah.
And I'd already paid him. I said, I'll ask him. I've already paid him. Okay. You said, fingers crossed he'll be sweet for it. I then said, can I book you in for the 29th October for the Man City watch along? That's for Stretford Paddock. Then the message at 5 to 7, Alexi in for Friday morning.
But
Is that not John?
Can you read?
He's called Alexi.
Can you read the text before where I says because I try and book it on Wednesday to do the podcast. Then I say let's try and do Thursday morning.
Nowhere in this thread does it say anything about Thursday morning.
Does it not? Not after the Wednesday.
No. You said, can we do a Friday show? 30 minutes. I said, yeah. Oh, I said, I can ask maybe tomorrow morning. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So
my mindset, I'm like, right,
okay,
tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. That's where my mindset is, Ethan. Tomorrow morning, which would be the Thursday.
Yeah. So then, in correction to that, I send him a message saying, and I'll just say his real name, Alexi, in for Friday morning, by the way. Right? After the watch, I think.
No more explanation.
Okay.
No more. Oh, you can't do Thursday. I'm like, I would have thought you would have gone.
Okay.
Sorry, can't do Friday.
Joe.
Sorry, can't do Friday.
Your Honour, can we stop him interrupting every 2 seconds?
Ethan,
please?
You must admit that is a crazy
Can we get through the
message.
messages before?
Crazy.
Let's go through the evidence.
Thank
first.
you. Alexi in for Friday morning, by the way. You said, in response to that, great for both. Both the watch along and for.
I didn't read it.
Right, can you stop interrupting, please?
I didn't read it. I was at the quiz. I thought I could do the watch along.
Great for both. And they said, 2.5 time shows, anything, whatever. Then, no message again that night, because I'm in bed, it's 10:15. He messages me back. He messages me again, Thursday morning now, saying 8:45, ? And I said, tomorrow, yeah. And then he said, not today. I'm in town now. And I said, quoting my own message, saying Alexi in for Friday morning, saying, no, said Friday yesterday. And then he said, bloody hell, the show's out on Friday. This is when Joe goes into attack mode.
No, I'm only in attack mode because I'm in town.
Then he says, the show's out on Friday. Missed this, I was at the quiz. Although you did reply saying you could do it. Then he said, I'm in town today. Why would we do it on Friday? And I said, sorry, I'm still at home. I can't get in. And they said, whatever. Then he said, I've got a brand new show tomorrow launching at 10 a.m. I said
And
I didn't
you
know
knew
this.
that.
I knew
You
you had
knew
a show.
that.
I didn't know when it was.
You knew.
I didn't know when it was.
There was when we left, when we recorded last
love
time, I
this.
said, I've got a brand new Friday morning show out.
No, you didn't.
David Scott came in.
Yeah,
He said,
he congratulated you. You didn't.
At what point do you think I can record on a Friday? You knew.
I
you
didn't-
took
right.
Lexi.
I didn't
not
know.
being able to do it over me not being
I
able to do it.
didn't know
Not the
that
Alexi
your
and
show
Joe
was at
show,
10
is it?
a.m. Also, I suggested recording at 8 a.m., which would give you plenty of time to get there.
No, I had a
Anyway, so I said, I don't understand the problem. I messaged you last night and you missed it. That's not my fault. And then he said, the Friday thing went over my head because it's stupid.
It is
right?
stupid. It is stupid.
So essentially, the message was so stupid, Joe forgot how to read.
So I'll try and be balanced. So I think.
Thank you.
Obviously, I think if you've got a podcast coming out on the Friday, it's always good to film it the day before. Otherwise, there's going to be no time to even get it out on the deadline. Because I guess so. No matter what, it was probably going to be late in that sense. However, Joe McGrath, you did agree to the time offered to you. You just forgot to read words.
I just forgot to read Friday. Here's my fault. I was ready 2 days to record. Wednesday from 2:30 till 3, I was ready.
Yeah.
But you said Alexi couldn't do it. Then you said Thursday morning, and then Alexi couldn't do it. And that was it. That was the only 2 times I was available. That's why I was annoyed, because you picked the only day I wasn't. And hence, no Friday show for our wonderful viewers.
I really didn't expect this for the start of this podcast. It's really took me by surprise.
Yeah. But anyway, that's how Joe gets. If he don't get his own way, he starts getting mad at you.
don't
And he
get
never
my
takes
own
any
way.
blame for anything, even if he reads a message, agrees to it, and then it turns out he didn't fucking read it. That's your fault! Anyway, how are you
Ethan,
doing?
who's at fault most for no Friday episode?
Oh, what a distraction. The TV's just gone off. How spooky is that?
It is spooky. That is even more spooky.
Whoa.
What's that whistling wind?
It's God is not pleased with how this podcast has gone. This is supposed to be a happy, cheery podcast, and the heavens above are just attacking us.
Anyway, more than anything, I'd just like to apologise to the viewers for
Yeah,
not
sorry,
delivering last
viewers.
week's episode. But we're here now, and we're friends again, aren't we?
Yeah, it does fucking wind me up sometimes. Ethan, have you got something to cheer us up or make us even more depressed?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
I'm depressed.
You are?
I'm going to sit here and just be depressed.
What's up with you?
I think I've had too much caffeine already today.
What have you had?
I've had 2 strong coffees and a Diet Coke. And sometimes it can really take it out on me.
Go on, Ethan.
Well, I think when you asked me for a bit of something, Joe, I think you were referring to the 1 out of 10 club, which is...
I don't think we've done this properly in ages.
Well,
That's what I'm excited.
I hope I can live up and deliver, unlike you used to fail to do on Friday.
Shut up, you weren't even here. You've had 4... Hold on. He's had 3 weeks off.
Joe, it's
In a
fine.
month.
It's got the better of us. It's okay.
I also had 4 months without a holiday, so... Well, what I've brought us today...
What is the 1 out of 10 club, Ethan?
Oh, that's a great question, Joe. The 1 out of 10 club is the opposite to our main event on a Tuesday, the 9 out of 10 club. And the 1 out of 10 club highlights things that are probably a bit overrated in society and need exposed for the shit that they are.
Yeah.
And today, I've just thought of something actually with what I brought in. And I've realised that McGrath is not going to be happy one bit.
Oh.
Right, so you were tasked to do it. Now, often when you're tasked to bring food in, you just go to the shops, don't you? Like, there's never really much thought
Well, that's
behind
as
it.
most of us do.
No.
Well, this is where most foods and commodities are bought in the shop. And what I've brought to the table today is, yes, you've guessed it,
No one's guessed it.
a can of Carling.
Whoa. Why is Joe McGrath not going to like that?
Because
I'm not
he's on
drinking-
Sober October.
I know what Carling tastes like. It is
You can smell it.
shy.
You can definitely smell it.
It is shy.
If Ethan puts it in his mouth, swills it, that takes the alcohol out, then he can spit it into your
If you burn
mouth.
it, yeah. Go on. So you brought a can of Carling.
Flambe it first, and then Joe can drink it.
Carling.
Will Carling.
Let's have a sniff of this. Oh, it's cold. It smells quite nice, actually, because I've not had a drink in a while. It's quite appetising. I'm not having a sip
Have
of
another
If you swill it around your mouth and spit it out, that don't count as drinking it.
Stop holding my head.
Swill it and spit it into that cup there, Joe.
You drink
Have a
it.
sip, one sip.
No.
Swill it and spit it.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
swill
you
and
can do
spit.
that.
I'm not going to swill and spit.
Okay, let me have a taste.
You have a go. Otherwise, it might set me on a
So
downward
tell you what they have done
spiral.
well, though. They've got the FA Cup on it, which is quite cool.
I thought Budweiser do the FA Cup.
Apparently not. Okay, so go back round there because you know you can get your own can.
You're a can of Carling.
You need to talk us through what's wrong with Carling first of all, because let's be honest, it is the liquid that this nation is built on, isn't it? Founded
It's
in
just
1840.
a bit bad.
It's probably, is it the best-selling beer in the country?
Oh, that's a great question, and one I'd love to know the answer to. I think
That tastes like a summer holiday. That
Oh, even got a text.
tastes like a bad festival.
Yeah, but the thing that Ethan's done bad here is...
How about you
Sorry.
put your fucking phone on?
Okay,
Now.
let me cut there. Sorry. Go on. Ask me a question.
My question to you is, will you put your phone on silent before the podcast next time?
Well, I think I just done it in between the things. Sorry.
That's insane.
We'll go from Joe McGrath. Ask me a question.
Ethan, why was your phone on loud?
We'll try that again. We'll put down another timestamp so we can.
Do you want to start?
I think you should just leave that in.
Yeah, just leave it in.
What's up with Carling then, Ethan? Because it is, I mean, well, talk us through it. Why is it in the 1 out of 10 club?
That's a great question, Joe. So, what I was thinking of Carling, and the description I just gave you of the 1 out of 10 club, it's something that's a bit overrated. And this is one of the most bought lagers, and just how crap is it? Like, you don't associate it with good times, you associate it with just getting a few quick beers in you to get, you know, maybe you'll start off with a few nice beers, and once you lose track of your taste buds, you might go to the Carling, or if you're going on an away day and you're drinking a few and you're just trying to get them in you.
Can I say, this might be a bold statement, this.
It's the best lager in the world.
No, it's not the best lager in the world, but any cold beer can't be 1 out of 10. Because
It's an interesting
it's
point.
not bad, is it? Like, I know it's bad.
Have
like,
a
it's
try.
Not the best.
Have a test.
I'm not having a test.
This isn't fair if you don't try
If it's
it.
cold, though, and a nice crisp lager, it's all right.
I think we should bring this back a little bit to, do we like the taste of beer? Like, fundamentally, if it didn't have alcohol in it, would you ever drink it? Do you like it, or do you just like the effect of it? And you're someone that's halfway into Sober October, so you're almost in a perfect position to answer this.
You would think...
How many alcohol-free lagers have you drank?
No, not many. I had one, and then I realised, why am I spending £4 to drink something that doesn't taste great?
Right.
It plays a trick on your mind. It makes you feel like you are having a beer, so you feel a little bit fuzzy, but not in a pissed way. Just your mind's not used to drinking such weird flavours without getting pissed.
Yeah.
So then you realise, actually, I don't want that lager. I want like a Diet Coke.
I want a tasty fruit drink.
I want a tasty fruit drink.
It does
So maybe
bring
the lager tastes like shit.
It does sort of bring into sharp focus the concept of alcohol is just it's just the effect. You're not buying the taste.
Definitely not. I mean, Guinness, would you drink a 0% Guinness lager?
I've had it. I did
all
have
right?
it, but I had it because I'd never tasted it before and I wanted to taste it. And I might have it as like, if I was on a night out and everyone was drinking and I was driving, I might have one then to feel.
Yeah.
But actually, if we're just genuinely reviewing the taste, lager might taste like shit. And everyone at home who goes, no, it doesn't, it's very nice. When's the last time you drank a 0% lager at work?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, in the gym?
Also,
or something, because you just like the taste of it.
Why is the non-alcoholic lager so expensive?
Yeah.
Like, I went to a pub the other day, non-alcoholic lager was £4.
I know.
What is that about?
It is just water at that
paying
point.
more of the money to get a buzz.
What do you make of it, Ethan? Just generally, do you think that as a society we like the taste of beer, or do you think we just drink it because it gives us the buzz?
Well, I think with Carling, you can't like for the taste of it. That's when you get to the point of you're trying to just get a bit of a buzz going. But there are some, I do like the taste of beers. There are some lovely beers out there.
So how often do you drink a 0% lager or 0% beer when, you know, you just at work or on a meal deal or when you're doing something where you don't want to be drunk?
Well, if I did that, I don't think it would encourage a healthy mindset, because that would just put me on the track of maybe wanting a beer all the time, and that could be a dangerous path to follow.
I don't know. I just think it doesn't taste that nice.
Although I could see myself having a 0% Guinness in the morning adversely to a coffee.
But
Yeah,
also, Ethan,
that's
you don't have coffee in the morning. You don't drink coffee.
No, I don't. But if I want to join everyone,
That's the weird thing, right? If Ethan came in
Yeah.
and started straight away from work at 9 a.m. and started cracking open a couple of 0% cans, what would you say?
You would think he was fucking mental, wouldn't you? Like, do you know when you
If you poured a
Yeah.
Guinness out at like 9 a.m.
with a widget in and everything?
and it's 0%, and you just neck it, it's playing with my mind a bit, isn't
That
it?
would be mad, wouldn't it? Just someone at work who just drinks 8 cans of 0% Guinness a day.
Would I be allowed to?
Of course you would.
Yeah, because it's got no alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's essentially a pint of Coke with whipped cream on top.
I don't think I'd be allowed to at school.
How old do you have to
I
be
don't
to
go
buy
to school
0%
anymore.
alcohol?
Great question.
Yeah, also, the reason you wouldn't be allowed to drink Guinness in school isn't because it's Guinness, it's because you're banned from schools.
Yeah, you can't go back to a school now if
Yeah, you couldn't go there with any drink.
I can in the yard.
Oh, yeah, in the yard. The yard?
The yard.
Carlin is possibly one of the worst lagers on the market.
Yeah. That Foster's.
Foster's isn't great. I don't like your favourite.
What?
What's your one that you always have?
I have
Corona.
Corona. You don't like Corona?
Not really.
It's not too bad, is it?
What's your favourite supermarket lager?
To be fair, I don't really buy too much lager from the supermarket.
Usually, why not?
We don't really drink at home, you know. We only drink when we're out. And if I was going to buy some, I'd buy like something like a Moretti in the
Yeah.
bottles. Something quite nice.
So you're charmed by the lovable sort of Italian man with a waistcoat on, aren't you?
A San Miguel.
Yeah, charmed by what's on San Miguel? Is there a man on that?
No. He's from Spain, though.
Yeah. What's your supermarket lager of choice, Ethan?
Heineken.
Is it really?
I think it's very refreshing. And Dutch.
It is very Dutch. I'd go with a Kronenberg if I was getting a supermarket lager.
Oh.
It's mad how much difference there is, or is there any difference really between beers when they're only made out of like sort of 4 different things?
Yeah.
Water.
I think if you had them, the colder they are, to your point, the less flavour there is in them. So you can sort of go with it. I think for that reason, Carlin to be 1 out of 10 is harsh. I think it's crap, and I would never buy it because I just think there's better lagers for the same price.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's 1 out of 10.
No.
For me, it's a 4 out of 10. It's bad, but it's not that bad. The alcohol is just too enticing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you?
On that one. I'm going to go with being a cold lager. I know it's shit, but I'm still going to give it a 5 out of 10. Because you would still drink it, wouldn't you? Ethan, come on. It's not 1 out of 10.
I feel like if you went with your mate to the pub and they come back with the Carlin that you've got, you're not going to enjoy the next 10, 15 minutes. So you're going to be thinking, God, I can't wait till this is over. This is shit.
Ethan's
My
on
fun
6
is
pints an hour,
diminished.
by the way, maths-wise.
Wow.
The guy is an absolute gullet.
Can I ask about Newcastle Brown Ale? Is that shit, in it?
I think it smells like marijuana.
What, Fellaini?
Oh no, not marijuana.
Oh, sorry.
Marijuana.
Yes.
Beck's is the worst for that, isn't it? That's the famous one, isn't it? Beck's. Smelling like
Budweiser smells pretty bad as well.
weed. Yeah.
But Newcastle Brown Ale, I've never tried it. Is it nice?
Yeah, it's alright. It's not great, to be fair. It's fine. I think it's quite nice.
What else do you make up in Newcastle?
Oh,
Any crisps or anything like chocolates?
Are you hungry by any chance?
No, I'm just wondering if they've got any exports apart from Newcastle Brown Ale.
Greg's. That's the best
Greg's,
one, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Greg's is a phenomenal one. They've absolutely done so well with Greg's.
Yeah.
I think Greg's might be better than anything Manchester's ever put out.
Vimto.
Fuck, what's that?
Eccles Cakes. That's shit.
shit.
That's shit.
What else comes from Manchester food-wise? Nothing beats Greg's.
Manchester Tart. Hey, Ethan.
Shite.
Oh, yep. I don't mind some of them.
Right, Carlin's not in the 1 out of 10 club, unfortunately, Ethan. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Well, you're wrong. You are wrong.
What have you been up to then, Joe?
I've been up to nothing. I've just been hearing about Ethan's drilling skills.
What do you mean?
The Manchester Tarts you talking
No,
about?
no.
No.
That can't be said. Get rid of that.
What are you?
What have you been drilling? You're not a driller, surely.
He's a driller.
He's not.
Well, I need to compose myself there. Oh, yes, I'm a driller.
Like, that's a form of rapping, isn't it?
Right. Oh, no, Drew, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm also talking about the equipment, the DIY equipment, the drill.
DIY equipment.
DIY.
The word tool didn't even flick through his brain there, did it?
No.
DIY equipment. This guy is a builder.
Love it.
Go on, what's your favorite? So you've been messing around with some DIY equipment?
So, yes, I went to, my parents recently acquired a caravan.
A caravan.
And
Recently acquired a caravan. Where is the caravan?
well, they decided to dump it off near Bamburgh Castle in a caravan park with other caravans.
So it can live naturally in the wild?
Yeah, so he's not lonely.
Yeah.
Exactly. And another group of caravanners across from them abandoned their site, and my mum went over and said, "Can I have your decking like?" And they went, "Aye." So they went, and my job was to disassemble their decking and move it 200 metres down the grass.
Wow.
Hold on. Have you been staying in this caravan?
No, I've never. I'm not allowed.
So you're not allowed?
No,
You can't truly ever get the smell out of the upholstery from when Ethan's mum and
Why
stepdad
aren't you
have been in
allowed?
there.
well, it's not allowed. Not allowed in there.
What's going on?
So weird.
What's happening, Ethan?
Is it something?
What is it? It's just absolutely full to the brim with sex toys or something. What do you mean? Why are you going so coy?
I'm allowed to sit in the what do you call it? Like the veranda.
The awning?
The awning.
The veranda. Your caravan's got a veranda.
But you're not allowed to wait. So you can go in the awning of the veranda, but you cannot breach the internal wall, the external wall.
It's very posh inside, I'm told.
You're not allowed in for a piss.
Oh, I can. There's toilets on the campsite. So what I did is I disassembled all the wood. I learned how to drill. You have to sit on top of the nail, not literally sit on top of the nail. You have to straddle the nail directly, drill it out. If you get a bit of bumping noise, you're damaging it. And then I got the sledgehammer.
Nice.
Gabriel in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. And I was smashing shit up.
What were you smashing up?
Well, I thought you want to keep this decking. You're giving it a good bash.
Well, they had some stumps in it, and the stumps were putting it to the ground, so I had to remove the stumps, and then I brought the frame across by attaching it to the back of the car, and putting it across.
How did it make you feel? Because there's something quite empowering I find about doing a bit of DIY. You do feel as though, oh yeah, I could survive in a deadly scenario. I can look after people. There's something quite exciting about that.
Oh, it just made me feel very tired, I think, Joe. And,
Yeah.
I couldn't say even when you told us this story off pod, I thought there was more to it.
Well, I got some fish and chips as a reward. That was.
Where'd you have to eat them? Let me guess, outdoors?
You couldn't go in it.
In the piss in the rain?
Oh yes.
What? I need to go back to you not being allowed in your mum's caravan.
Well, I'm just not allowed to stay over.
Would you ever own a caravan?
No. No.
I don't know what's going on here. He's either being weird for the podcast
He's so good at
effect,
stories, isn't he?
or he's something odd going on.
What's happened while you were there?
It was lovely.
Is it like a swinging place?
No,
Is that what it is?
Swinging place.
It is.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
when the caravan's rocking, don't come knocking.
That's what
No,
it is.
they
Big
don't do
time.
that.
That's why you don't go in.
That's why you're not allowed to use the toilet.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's just all the pipes weren't plugged up.
I bet they weren't. That happens about 6 p.m, doesn't it?
I think so. It was lovely. It was right next to the beach in Holy Island.
Isn't it mad that Newcastle's got a beach?
Have you ever been to some of the beaches up
Never.
there? Phenomenal.
Are they?
Yeah.
What's the best beach?
Oh, just along the coastline.
Oh, thank you for
I
that.
think-
Fucking hell. I was got lost.
And
Are you taking the piss?
Not those beaches that you get in Sheffield.
The best
You know what I mean?
beach.
Not those landlocked beaches that don't fucking exist.
there's
It's the
a
ones on the
place-
coast that Ethan likes.
there's a place called Holy Island. Have you heard of it?
No, never. Isn't that
I
like...
have heard of it. Is that where the Vikings landed?
Ah, so they did.
I have heard of this.
Hey, how big's Holy Island?
Oh, it's not massive, but what you do is basically the tide goes in and out, so there's only certain times of the day you can go drive across the road. Otherwise, you're done for.
And the Vikings came across from Scandinavia, found Holy Island, just off, what is it, Northumbria or whatever,
Yeah.
and absolutely ransacked the shit out of everyone on there.
You know, in the Viking times, I just don't know what would happen. I'd be worried. Did they ever Did they ever come aboard and go, who wants to join us? Because I'd be like, yeah, me.
Yeah, you'd be straight in there, wouldn't you?
Oh,
You'd love all
these
that.
lot. I'll come in.
Yeah.
Give me a hat. I like boats.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
In what way?
Like days.
You like what?
Days.
Diz.
Diz. What's
Days.
Diz.
Days.
Diz.
Like days, like Rudolph.
Oh dear.
Days.
What was that? Right. Okay.
And I think I could be a good Viking.
Yeah. I think
So when they came over, did they ever ask for teammates? Like who wants to,
Who wants to be a millionaire?
or did you just get done?
I think there was a lot. To be fair to the Vikings, there was a lot of done. They were real brutish,
Gutting, innit?
horrible. Yeah, that was part of it.
Oh.
They'd gut you. They'd drag you along under the boat. Have you ever heard of that? I don't think the Vikings. The Vikings used to do a torture called something like the Death Eagle or something like this, a Blood Eagle. Have you heard of this?
No.
So what they do, have you heard of
hell.
this? It's considered to be one of the worst tortures in history. So what they'd do is they'd like beat the shit out of you, obviously, to subdue you a little bit. Then they would cut your chest open completely, like through your rib cage. Then they'd get your rib cage, crack it open while you're still alive, peel it back so it was like behind your body, and then hang you up with it so your rib cage was open up behind you, looking like wings. So your rib cage would form wings behind you, and then you fucking exposed shit.
You'd die pretty soon, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Not many people survive that one.
No.
But they'd hang you up with using your rib cage.
How long do you die after that? A
You
couple of hours.
you won't last a minute or two. I'd
scream to
be
death.
there 6 weeks.
I would breed if I lived in those times, knowing the risks.
You'd breed.
I
You
wouldn't
would.
breed. I think I wouldn't want to bring a child into a world where that kind of
But
thing
you
happens.
wouldn't be sat there going, oh, I wish it was 2022 when we've got Adobe Photoshop, would you? You'd be going, this is class. I'd never would have wanted to breed in medieval times.
I wouldn't think it was class. I just think I'd just hide.
Yeah. Just hide for 70 years
Mad.
in a bush like that.
Did they have a weekend, the Vikings? Like, did they enjoy like Saturday and Sunday?
No, I think that was Blair that brought that in, wasn't it? the 5-day working week. I don't think the Vikings had it.
Mad.
Did they have a living wage?
Yeah, did they?
By any chance?
I don't know, the doll.
Did they? Yeah, I don't think they did. I think they had 0 hours contracts as well, which isn't great. Never any sort of legality
I tell you
to
what could be quite a nice feature for next Friday. A regular feature is Ethan does history.
it. That I would absolutely love that, like a little horrible history.
We
So
could start with the Vikings, a brief look at them, Ethan, if you won't mind.
Have a brief look at them.
Yeah, and then you sort of teach me and Joe about it. Then we go to the Tudors.
yeah, but
Judas.
yeah, Judas,
Judas,
go
you can
backwards
do
to Judas and
yeah.
then forward to Tudors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ethan
that'd be
does
good.
history. Do you fancy that?
All right. Yeah.
You'd have to sort of do some sort of prep, Obviously, you
Do I get paid more for that?
No,
No.
Um,
you just get to keep your job.
You could just make it up.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Ethan makes up history.
that'd be good. That.
Right, wonderful. Wow, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I need a wee like you won't believe.
Yeah, you should have gone before. You did mention it before, and then you said you'd be fine, and then
But I like the release. Do you know what I mean? It's a good feeling, isn't it? Especially now I get my balls out.
yeah. What is that about?
Just I love it.
What did
Feeling it.
I was thinking about
In the
this
wind.
yesterday. Because I was wondering if I did. All I do is just if you just release the tightness of the gene on that bit, you don't need to get your genitals out. It's just no need.
Ethan didn't get any of his genitals out. He just pisses into the jeans. They're there to. The reason you wear jeans is to soak up all the piss.
They are quite good at soaking things up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like water and that. I've got really bad genes at the minute.
Is that what? Is that explain the sort?
I need to get some sort of, right. And on that note, make sure you join patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast. Fucking hell. I'm pleased because we and Ethan have been for some food
Oh yeah.
and it was wonderful.
It was a real sort of My Fair Lady situation, wasn't it? You took Ethan to a real swanky place.
Yes.
Wood in Manchester.
It was lovely.
Can't argue with that.
A lot of people are loving that special. And then I'm going to be Ethan's slave for 24 hours.
Yeah, we'll get that booked in the diary.
Yeah, Ethan, you just let me know I'm there, mate. When's your next day off?
Sunday.
Busy Sunday.
He's literally just had a full week off work, and then 2 weeks before that, he had a full week off work, and he's acting like, bloody hell, I don't know when my next day
I
off is.
quite enjoyed that life though. I miss it.
Yeah, I miss it.
The semi-retired life.
I miss it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and comment on the video.
Yeah.
Leave a sub.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Wave, Ethan.
Oh, yes.
Have a good weekend.
Weekend.
Happy weekend.